So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our video of Mercury Venus conjunction in the second house of your birth chart. As in, what happens when Mercury and Venus are in your second house. And as always, if you do not know, if you have this particular position, what sign it's in, what nakshatra it's in, along with all your astrological details, for that, check out the links here, KRSastrology.com, where you'll find my books, reports, consultations, and link to my academy, Vedic Astrology Academy, where I've just uploaded new videos on Vastu course. Even though Vastu course was done like 5 months ago, maybe. But I just realized I missed a couple of videos, which new people told me, because I got so many people who joined it. And they're like, wait a second, you didn't explain this, you didn't explain that. I'm like, wait a second, maybe I did. Okay, so I explained it. Maybe I'll put another video. So, Mercury, Venus in the second house. So what is the second house? Second house is the house of your values. What do you value? Right? What do you value? What is it that you just love to possess? And this is why second house is family, right? You want to keep your family here in your heart chakra. This is why second house is also sustenance. Whether it was crops in the olden days, food in the olden days, gold in the olden days, yams. Yams were actually a source of currency in certain horticultures. So it's just whatever your value, and this is also your bank account. Okay. And of course, if you really want to know about your bank accounts, look at the Eka Dasamsa chart, especially the Ayar one. And yeah, here's a secret to wealth. Having a debilitated planet in Eka Dasamsa, you'll find that in many multimillionaires and billionaires chart. But Mercury, Venus in the second. Now, this is I'm explaining based on not seeing any other planet in the second house, because you could have some other planet in the second house, right? You could have planets around Mercury and Venus. So when I say this, I'm simply Mercury and Venus just by themselves. And they're going to do certain things by themselves, regardless of where the planets are. So the first thing that we see is that such a person, when they come into the family receives money, wealth. Somebody within the family becomes a landlord. We also see that this person will make money through business. Why? What is Venus? Venus is money itself, wealth itself. And what is Mercury? Mercury is business. So money comes through business, joint ventures, even family business. Family may even have a business connected with jewelry, gems. Family would also have, especially now, of course, you could find it in US too. You could find ranchers with this conjunction. For example, in Texas, one can be a rancher related to cows. In India, one can have business of cow. They are the milk distributor. And because Venus is with Mercury, now you will also see this depending upon if Mercury has the higher degree or Venus has the higher degree. You will see that the initiation of business, especially in a man's chart, can happen when they get married. In a woman's chart and a man's chart, both can happen after the birth of a daughter. This is a very strong position of money, attainment of money, gain of money. And remember what I said about value, right? What a person will value. So with Venus and Mercury, you will see this person will love reading romantic books, collecting books related to love stories. They will also have this affinity towards having luxury stationery items. Some people have great love for having like a luxury pen. Even today, like they want to get a Mont Blanc pen. If they get, let's say, an iPad, they want to get a name brand accessory for it. Because anything that helps you work, accomplish your, task, accomplish your projects will become Mercury, and then you're adding luxury into it. And especially with Mercury and Venus, one of the most important things you have to realize if you want to make money, you gotta create a brand. You have to, whatever product you work with, it has to become a brand. It has to become something special. And usually, commonly, this can be seen in any house with Mercury and Venus. But in the second house is what? Value. If you're not giving anything of value, you're not going to get money. I'll tell you that right now. Because Venus is not just money. Venus is naturally known as the planet of luxury, right? Beauty, luxury, expensive things, name brand things, So in order for you to make money, whether even you're doing a job or you're doing a business, either your product has to be so well branded that people are just wanting to own it, or you yourself have to become a brand that people want to be associated with. And like I said, Mercury, Venus will, regardless of their house placement, because this particular scenario becomes important, but here, especially in the 2nd, 5th, 9th, and 11th house, you will see such people have the capacity to become a brand name in themselves, or the product they provide is provided in such a manner, marketed in such a manner that it takes on a persona of itself. And of course, we also see that after your birth, maternal aunts and uncles found, flourishing life. And of course, if you even, let's say, involve Saturn in this, they could have even become multimillionaires. Then Mercury, Venus will also show one can earn money and business, especially related to fragrances, flowers. Okay. Like I've seen actually, because a lot of florists get readings from me as well, probably because of my Venus. I've seen a lot of times connection with the 2nd house of Mercury and Venus. So flower shop becomes great. But also remember, 2nd house is your vocal skills and talent. And how is this money gonna come in? Is when you use your voice, when you speak, when you talk, money comes in. Especially when Mercury, Venus are connected in the 2nd, 5th, and 8th house, your talking will make money for you. Which is also could be a position of a singer, because Mercury is a musician. Okay, and Venus is devotion towards that music. And especially because Mercury is with Venus, whether you have a shop, if let's say Moon is there, then yeah, most likely you could have a shop. But if Venus and Mercury are there, wherever you work in the 2nd house, play some form of music in the background. Like, back in the olden days, because now it hardly happens because every business is online. But when you walked into a shop, they would have some music play. Somebody was singing, and not just music. Somebody has to vocally sing something. Maybe some mantra, maybe some ghazal, maybe some poetry, some classical song. When you have that playing, you're showing that there's rhythm in your business. There's beauty in your business. There's relaxation in your business. And through that, you can actually capture that piece of that pie that you want to capture. So in a way, yeah, it kind of becomes a remedy as well. And you will see, especially your wife, when you have Mercury and Venus, your wife will look very much like either one of the maternal aunts or uncles, or directly a sibling, either directly older or younger to them. Whenever Mercury and Venus are connected, like they will, like you could have either immediate elder sibling or immediate younger sibling. It's not going to be like the eldest one. So let's say you're 4 brothers or 4 sisters and you're the last one, that it'll be the third last that you will have that face resemblance to. And of course, in the second house, this is a great position for a individual who could have the capacity of always budgeting, always making sure, you know, what's coming in and what's going out, unless there is other planets involved. If Moon and Mars are involved, you're going to be a spender. But the thing is with Mercury and Venus, you know, there's this charm on the face. You know, looks are, again, deceiving, and looks are very subjective, but there's a charm with this person. When it's on the second house, no matter who it is, you're just like, I want to know this person. I want to talk to this person, like especially talking. And second house is the face. And food. Okay, with food, they always either will want the purest of food, or they would want the luxury food. And they will love to go to places that gives you, like, you know, like for example, I go to a restaurant here where they'll give you a big thali with many, many little things in there. It's like vegetarian food. They'll have rice in the middle, and they'll have dal, they'll have all kinds of vegetable meals made out. They love that. Because remember, what is Mercury? Mercury is small, little increments of things. It's kind of, this is why Mercury is mathematics, multiplicity. Venus is food or luxury, you know, lavishness. And Venus is comfort. Their comfort comes through when they have many items, like especially if this person loves cooking, and when the dinner occurs, definitely one day out of the week, they'll have 4 or 5 different things that they will make to present everybody. They don't just want to deal with one thing. They want to have multiplicity of things in terms of food. Okay. So anyway, guys, this was my analysis of Mercury and Venus in the second house. There's a lot more to it, but for that, we have to go a little bit deeper to know a lot more. So anyway, if you're new to my channel, subscribe below. And if you want to know where your Mercury Venus are placed, check out the links here, KRSastrology.com shop section. Otherwise, we'll see you later. Bye-bye.